Hey guys, this is Lone. This episode is actually originally recorded about 2 weeks ago. Just due to busyness and some negligence, we have not been able to upload it. Also, this podcast episode contains heavy spoilers on The Dark Knight Rises, so if you don't want it spoiled, do not listen to this episode. Alright, thanks guys.
Hey guys,
You
welcome back
got-
to the YouTube Better Than Perspective podcast.
I'm using that.
I know I'm gonna show for you guys today. We got Proceed and so Compbros. We got BG and DA. I'm no fun. Ponies, 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 Terror Strong. Ponies, 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 Terror Strong. Ponies, ponies, tutu. Ponies, ponies, ponies.
Oh god. Yeah, that's being kept.
And we got me, Lone, saying, I got a funny joke for you guys today. Someone tried to kill themselves again. Well, anyway, on this podcast, we got...
That's how we start this thing off, all right?
Yeah, I like that. We're keeping that. So, everyone, welcome to the YouTube Perspective podcast. So today we actually have a person that has never been on the podcast before.
Nope,
We have the usuals, Compbros, Proceed, and Lone, as DA so eloquently described. Ponies, 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 Terror Strong, ponies, ponies. And we have here Brett, or let's see, as on Xbox Live, he goes by Heapsage. Or no, you don't go by Heapsage anymore, do you?
It is Deceit. Deceit.
Deceit. Is that also your do you have a YouTube handle?
I do, but that was like years ago. I don't even remember what it is anymore.
Okay. And then okay, and this is also our one
Just label him CrimsonCrow.
Yeah, you can just call me that too.
that
That's
and
fine.
then also our one viewer from our live stream episode,
Patio furniture.
Patio Furniture. But we brought Brett on here today because if you have been a avid listener of our podcast, during our blockbuster movie episode, DA and BG emphatically stated their hatred of The Dark Knight Rises.
I don't think if you watch the podcast or you watch that one episode, you understand off the bat what you were about to say completely, because that entire podcast was taken up by BG and DA and their hatred for Nolan and that movie.
Exactly. I believe testicular cancer was thrown around, and
Yes.
a few
That
other.
was only for Adam Sandler.
No, there was one more
Oh,
person.
what's wrong with Adam Sandler?
It was the dude that ran out on his girlfriend in Dark Knight shooting.
Oh
No, there was
yeah,
one more
yeah,
person
yeah.
too.
There was?
Yeah, because you said another person added to the testicular cancer group. I think it was LeBron James, and then Alex with butt cancer on him.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. All right. So we brought Brett on here today because he very much enjoyed The Dark Knight, and I wanted to hear the
Good
debate.
night.
And I wanted to hear the debate between these two parties.
That's the whole reason for this.
Exactly.
It's actually 3 people, but, whatever.
There's no other reason for this episode. It's more or less just the entertainment of the debate.
You think we could fill up an hour with this?
Oh
crap?
no, we will spread out as usual, but
Oh,
for
yeah.
now, we're just going to start off with this scenario going on right here.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, as it stands, like Lone just said, we have my buddy here, Crimson, Deceit, Brett, whatever you guys are going to call him as, because we all know we cycle through names in this thing, like forget about it. But and then we got he loves I won't say love, he enjoyed The Dark Knight. Then we have the Comp brothers who
Despise.
yes, enough said. Testicular cancer. Enough said.
That
Yeah.
was terrible. That's why.
Oh, why was it terrible? Let's start this. Why do you think it was so bad?
Opening the gates of
I-
hell
I-
already.
I didn't catch your other podcast. I didn't understand the.
That's,
See,
this is
I
actually
think
a
it
good
would be
thing. I'm glad
better.
he hasn't seen it.
I think it would be better.
I almost don't know what I got myself into.
I think it'd be better to list the reasons that you liked it and let them fester with hatred.
Okay, well, first off, I'll start off by saying that no movie is ever better than the comic / book / whatever. So if you're gonna base it off,
no, that's fine.
Okay, because like any movie I've ever watched has been just a complete shitting on of the original story. Well, most of the time. So I'll definitely give you. I'll give you that.
Cough.
Oh my god!
Not the 1970s Batman. That was faithful.
Faithful and campy.
I'm sure they had shark repellent comics. Yeah.
They had Rainbow Batman, so.
Continue, Brett.
But anyway, so I guess what I really liked about the movie is how they sort of brought a lot of like Batman's technology to like real life scenarios, like things that are actually possible that I can actually maybe in the next like 10 years or so maybe get my hands on. That was definitely one aspect that I like. I guess I just liked his whole take on. I like Nolan's take on like how dark he made it. Like I know Batman has always been a very kind of dark type of comic where, you know, obviously his parents, he was orphaned, you know, if he didn't have basically a shit ton of money as a member of the Wayne family, he would have probably been on the streets, you know, definitely. So that's, I guess, you know, I guess I just like how, I liked how he made it like really like darker, I guess. He really brought in, I don't know, really more of a gothic theme into Batman. I guess I enjoyed that. I'll admit when it came to Bane, which is basically the antagonist for the majority of the film, I'll admit that I was really pissed off about Bane because the way Bane always worked was you had some sort of like venom or, you know, something like that, which gave him his sort of superhuman strength and made him just fucking gigantic, you know? And you have this, like, I guess would be a big guy to our standards, I guess, sort of. But in general, he really wasn't, he wasn't Bane. You know what I mean? So if you're going to talk about how shitty, you know, their interpretation of Bane was, I'll definitely give you that, because that definitely pissed me off through the movie. But I really enjoyed a lot of the effects of the movie and how dark they made it like that. So
what about Bane's voice?
What about Bane's voice? I guess I never really thought about it.
It would be very painful for
You didn't think of his voice? Really?
I don't know. I guess I never really thought
in your
about
face.
I think one of the best lines from the last episode is when T.A. was talking about when him and Batman were talking. It's like,
it's like one guy who's trying to talk through a fucking potato sack and another guy who's got throat cancer.
He is barely audible throughout the movie.
Have you listened?
I understood about 80% of what he said.
Actually, the thing is too, I just saw something recently. They pulled back on the filter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
From
You're saying
the
it's supposed to be even more mumbled than it really
yeah,
was?
like when they during Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible 3 Ghost Protocol, in the IMAX version before the movie, they played that beginning airplane scene with Bane, and the voice was way worse.
It was very mechanical. Like you couldn't understand anything. They literally had to put subtitles while he was talking so you could understand what he was saying.
That's pretty funny, actually. I never heard that. I don't think I definitely I did see Mission Impossible 3, but I don't remember hearing
In
Bane's
IMAX?
voice during any sort of the preview. No, not IMAX.
That's
Maybe
why.
that's why. That's probably why.
Mm-hmm. But all right. So let's DABG. Let's throw out some plot points for him to defend.
Oh boy. Okay, the biggest one. The flaming bat signal in the sky in the building.
On the bridge.
On the-
It was.
Yeah,
it was on the
bridge.
building.
It was a bridge.
It was on the
Yeah, it
building.
was on the building. He was like, "Hey, I'm coming back," you know, like one of those things.
Yeah. BG's thing is how?
No,
No,
yours
mine
was
is how. His is why. How did he? How he had just he had. Oh
He had
boy,
just
can't
come
even
back
speak.
from he had just come
I
back
don't
from
need this right now.
He had just come back from the pit. He had no money. He had no time really to even set this up, but he set it up perfectly without anybody ever knowing what he was doing. That's his how. Mine is why. Why would he announce to the bad guys that he's back when he could just silently be there and take them out with the night instead of bam in your face, here I am, Batman's back.
He's supposed to be a symbol, a legend, a myth. But yet he's, boom, here I am.
Yeah, well, Batman's whole thing has always been like fear. That's why he actually became Batman. When he was a kid, he was afraid of bats, and the whole theme of Batman.
I understand all that, but if Bane's numbers just started getting picked off, that would install fear way more,
much higher level. I agree with you completely.
Because it was only Bane, not his henchman. It was just Bane going, impossible. Keep her near me. No, impossible. That's all it was. There was no fear.
All right, I might give you the how. I might give you the how because
there is no might. The Batwing was a huge, loud, flying tank. There's no way that he could have done that. Night, day, anytime. I can't see him ziplining down and perfectly putting gas up there in the shape of a bat perfectly like that. And then putting a gas line all the way down on ice where fire and ice would melt it. But I'm not even going into that. I can't see how he did it.
I don't know, man. I mean, he's fucking Batman.
I knew that would come up. I knew it.
So hold on. Hold up. I'm gonna throw it out here like this. Basically, throughout Nolan's entire bastardization of these films, he's always done everything he could to steer away from people being able to say, "Oh, he did it just because he's Batman." Because in the comics and in the shows and the other movies, you've always been able to sit back and just chuckle and be like, "Yep, Batman." But no, in Nolan's movies, there's always been a reason behind what he could do. It's either the money or his intelligence or his ninja training. But now in this third movie, the biggest problem that I'm noticing with all this bullshit that we were put through,
it just happened.
He all of a sudden now in this third movie, now it's just because he's Batman. Oh, it's just because he's Batman. Just because he's Batman.
He can do anything.
It's like throughout the first two movies, Nolan makes a point to not let you ever think that. And all of a sudden, the third movie, all of a sudden, after he's got his ass handed to him, and all of a sudden he can do shit because he's Batman.
He can do anything.
It doesn't make sense to me, at all. It makes zero logical sense how all of a sudden he's changing up the entire way he wants us to look at this movie. That's how this build came to me when I was watching this third movie. I'm just watching how he's built this up. Now he just expects everyone to accept it on the terms that he did it because he's Batman, which is stupid. He didn't do that in the first two movies. Why now?
Because he's Batman.
Because he's Batman. Okay.
Do you want to bring up plot point 2, DA and BG?
Batman and Robin. Blake. Blake knowing that Batman was Batman. He just walks in, you're an orphan, I'm an orphan, I saw it in your chin. You're Batman. And he didn't go,
you wear a mask.
And he didn't go, no, I'm not. Or, Alfred, kill this son of a bitch. He must not leave. He just goes, you're right. What do you want?
Alfred killed this bitch. All right, I really like that.
You walked into a dark place, my friend.
I guess so, dude. I really feel the hate right now.
We did not like this movie.
And we're not one of those people that are just like, oh, it's popular, we hate it. No, we will tell you why we do not like this movie.
PG.
No, I get it. I'm not, you obviously are entitled to your own opinion. But, I don't know. With regards to Robin, let me think. It's actually been a while since I've seen the movie. I don't remember the complete plot that well. Because I saw it, opening night, and I haven't seen it since.
We saw it opening weekend.
I can tell you exactly how the scene goes.
Yeah.
Blake comes up to the mansion. He asks to see Wayne. Alfred says he's not seeing anybody. Blake says it's in regards to Harvey Dent's murder. and then Alfred just lets him in now. So he gets the meeting with Wayne. What do you want? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know why you're taking the rap for Harvey Dent's murder. I don't know what you mean. Look, you don't have to play games with me. I saw you. You may not remember this, but I saw you when I was an orphan. You came in, and I saw you were smiling to all these kids in front of cameras and such. But I saw what you really were. You wear a mask out in public. It hurts the losing of the family and blah blah blah. And I knew you were Batman. I don't think he ever actually comes out and says, I knew you were Batman or I know you're Batman. But he does allude to it heavily. He says the Harvey Dent murder thing, the you wear a mask, the blah, 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 blah. And that's how that scene went. And Bruce Wayne doesn't say, no, you're wrong. He doesn't say, I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. He just kind of lets him keep going. And later on in the movie, the second time they meet, he's just like, so, yeah, I'm Batman, when they're in the car.
Well, first off, I'll say this. I feel like the people at Gotham are completely stupid in the sense that you got this guy with multi-billions of dollars, nobody else, just freaking Bruce Wayne. And you have all this freaking high-tech equipment, mostly by Wayne Corp, or Wayne Tech, whatever it was. How do you not say Bruce Wayne is Batman? Or at the very least, Bruce Wayne knows who Batman is. That's first off. Okay, so I don't understand how anybody else didn't figure it out ever in even the series, movie, comic, whatever. As to the Robin
that's
thing,
the same thing with Superman and the spit curl. He takes off his glasses, puts on blue and red, and all of a sudden nobody knows.
I feel like all
that doesn't
Marvel,
matter. At least he's wearing a full.
I don't know about Superman because he acts completely different. Like he's
Clark
a
Kent's
bumbling idiot.
Yeah, but
Clark
his
Kent's
face. People have eyes.
I'm sorry.
Not like he just sprouts a full beard when he's Clark Kent and he shaves it when he's Superman.
No, he's got glasses.
That's just glasses. Done. I'm not Clark Kent. What are you talking about?
I would say that the people around him that actually know Clark Kent, he's so bumbling that they can't just even think for a second that he would be Superman just because of how he is.
Yeah, I mean, the people that know him, but what about the people walking down the street to see a 6'5", 300-pound monster?
He wears a baggy suit.
He's 6'5".
That was completely off topic. Don't mind.
I mean, again, back to the whole Robin thing. Like, Robin's always figured it out. If I remember in the past movies, like the one with Poison, the one where Robin comes with Poison Ivy and Bane and Mr. Freeze. Like
he using Batman and Robin for your argument.
Oh, I'm not using Batman and Robin for my argument. Well, I guess I am, sort of. Because in that movie, Robin just sort of figures it out also.
It was actually in Batman Returns. Or Batman Forever, I'm sorry. That's the one with the Riddler and Two-Face.
Like, Robin and Batgirl in, like, almost every movie just somehow figure it out. It's like,
I remember that. He was invited to live in his house, and then Alfred left the Batcave open, and he swung in off the chandelier with his shirt that he had just whipped dry, and he fell into the Batcave. That's how he figured it out. He was invited to live there after his parents' deaths.
Right, yeah, I remember that part. Like, he was invited to live there after his parents died.
So
he didn't just...
he kind of stumbled into the secret.
He didn't just... Batman!
You, Batman. I'm right. Don't lie to me. I know.
Yes, you are right.
All right, fine.
I'd say the issue. I'd say a bit too. Like the issue. That was pretty much. I was like, I enjoyed the movie, but like it wasn't like anything special. But I'm not like greatest movie ever.
No, I never said it was the greatest movie ever either. I'm just saying I enjoyed it.
But
I'm saying I didn't despise it like I'm sorry, I don't remember your names like they did.
The Compbros.
Just
Like,
call them Compbros.
I don't loathe. Yeah, I don't loathe the movie.
But the thing was, they could have very easily turned Blake into one of the actual Robins.
Or a melding of the two.
Very easily.
No, but the thing is, like, I'm sorry. There's 4 Robins. There's Dick Grayson. There's Jason Todd. There's Tim Drake, and then there's Damian Wayne.
Tim
There's
Drake,
also
I think.
the girl Robin.
But I mean, you can't really count her. She was more like a joke Robin.
I'd say Tim Drake would have been the best one.
If they had named him Drake and done it that way, I would have loved that plot twist. That would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't understand.
But his name was Robin. His name is Robin.
I don't care. That is just so stupid. It is aggravating. It's infuriating. It's like Robin to Batman is like, it's one of those relationships where Robin basically sums up the ability for Bruce to change. Because before he takes in Dick Grayson, it's all him. He's killing himself over and over. But then he takes in Dick Grayson, and you notice a change in Batman's character. He starts worrying about somebody else. He's caring. He's more emotional. He has more emotion to him.
He starts sleeping with young boys. What?
God, why did you take it there? Just
progress.
And we have the Helsing joke. Okay. All right, but I mean, like, it's just the whole Robin thing is such a special thing in the Batman universe because it's really, really that important to Batman. So the way they even went about the whole Robin thing as like an insinuation is just, that's actually one of the most infuriating things I dealt with in this movie.
Okay.
One of the things I remember specifically that BG and DA got mad about was Alfred.
What about him?
BG, DA. Hello?
We're just kind of mulling on that. Why would you bring up Alfred? Alfred, my biggest problem with him was he had 4 scenes in the movie, 3 of which he ended by crying. He disappears halfway through the movie and comes back at the end.
Crying.
I understand why it was important for him to leave. I even understand it.
Nope.
I even understand it from a movie because it was just like if he stayed in the city, he would have died.
Nope, I stopped you.
No,
I don't see why it was important for him to leave.
if he stayed in the city, that he would have died.
That was way before anything.
That
was way before anything. That was way before.
I'm gonna give it that just because that.
Nope.
Hello?
Can't do it.
I'll give it that just because
I
wasn't
refuse
one of my
to give
biggest
it that
problems.
because he left for no reason. He left his oldest friend alone for no reason. I don't think he was even in the bat suit yet when he was like, you know what, I'm leaving. No, I think he had an encounter.
Once.
I think that was
Just
with the police.
He had
chase.
that. Yeah, he had that chase.
Okay, so
Speaking of the chase, minor problem. Again, I'll say this: the stock market scene. They get in the tunnel. It's daylight. They come out of the tunnel. It's night. That's all. Small thing.
But yeah, from a cop chase, and I don't know if that was the night he helped with Catwoman or whatever. There was nothing big that happened to him, and Alfred's just like, you know what, you're gonna kill yourself. I'm out of here.
I'm outie.
Like that was but that was like the whole point. He didn't want to watch this kid who he watched grow, who he like, you know, watched grow up from like
basically raised.
a baby, yeah, basically raised because like obviously his parents weren't around. So Alfred raised Bruce Wayne like from a baby.
You know what he could have done? He could have taken his magical knee brace. Would have left him hobbling around. I got a problem with the knee brace as well, but that's enough.
Where does he get the notion that he's killing himself from a motorcycle chase scene and helping Catwoman? Like he didn't come home with some big bruise or his bones all broken or him hobbled over, limping into the house. He just straight walked in, and then the next morning he's like, Alfred, I'm leaving, Master Wayne. Oh, I can't see you kill yourself.
Brad.
I mean, like he in the movie he became like a complete shut-in. He was basically destroying his own life. He refused to see anybody. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of like ruining your life. It's
why wouldn't Alfred leave at that point then? Because he sees Bruce is broken as far as he sees. So it would have been at that point where he's like, you're not even living anymore. I can't be here, as opposed
You
to...
don't need me. I was only here to protect you. You don't need protecting anymore.
But instead, it's just like, you know what? one night as the Batman, you're gonna die.
Actually,
So
now that I think about it too, I don't even remember how Bruce Wayne got so fucked up.
it was the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
He fell off the pillar or whatever and messed up his knee.
And going into the knee, they outside of the limping, which they absolutely didn't need, they brought up his knee problem in 2 scenes and never brought it up again.
Not to mention that the doctor said both his knees, the cartilage was basically gone, but he got the knee brace for only one of them.
And he said
had
there
no
was
visible problem.
And he said there was something wrong with his liver, and that was never brought up. He said all these problems, and only the knee that was brought up.
Then, did he get stabbed in his liver, or
he got stabbed? But outside of the stabbing scene, he didn't show any effects of it.
Yeah,
he wasn't holding his side. He was just, I gotta take this bomb out.
He's fucking Batman.
Yeah, we do not.
Have you guys seen actually?
That could be said for anything, and I don't accept that.
I can accept it if you say something like he's Superman because he's Superman. He regenerates and all this power. Batman is just a guy, okay?
Have you guys seen
Batman thing getting stabbed and it's like, oh yeah, let's go. I'm not accepting that. No knees and he's doing backflips and crap, running away from machine gun fires in the sewer.
How can you dodge machine guns in a small hallway where you just dodging left to right and he's just
face.
My knee's fine. I don't. Where did that happen?
The Matrix.
I have a hurt knee? Nah. Steroids.
Batman.
But have you guys seen the? Are you guys familiar with the little Flash animation? How it should have ended?
I actually have it queued up right now. I was actually going to share that right here.
Have you've seen the Batman or the Dark Knight Rises one?
How it should have ended. At the very end, the Robin thing kills me.
I can't play it just because the audio will come through the I can't talk through the recording. But some of the things you were just saying, like about. Oh God, I'm being brought booze.
Mazel tov.
Hey.
Full circle.
I think he just gave us the title, booze. But oh shit. Okay, what part were you commenting on? You said, shit. What was
when Alfred's crying?
No.
Yeah, we were talking about how
when he was stabbed.
Yeah, when he was stabbed, that was it.
Oh yeah, he just keels over, right?
and how it should have ended. It's like. It's like, I can get over the river, and there's just this big blood spot on the side of his body.
Commissioner Gordon just goes, oh, poop, and it just blows up.
Catwoman. It's okay. Because I'm Batman. God.
Batman.
Best one, though, is the blow dart thing.
Oh, yeah, the blow dart one.
But yeah.
No,
anyway.
At the end, the Robin part. That's the ultimate part of that entire video.
Going back to it. To the matter at hand. How did Bruce Wayne beat Bane the second time?
Oh, we saw he beat him. He knocked the things.
Yeah,
out,
but
they never explained what those things were.
No. He didn't target his face the first time. Is my thing.
I rewatched it recently. They said the mask keeps in all the pain.
Yeah, they said it, but they didn't explain how. They could just say his glove can rise the sun. But okay, he's Bane.
Same thing.
That doesn't make it okay just because they mention one thing. They don't say how it's built. They don't say what the things are.
They don't say how it numbs the pain or keeps the pain in or whatever. And Bane is this dude that's going through this whole ninja training. Just like Bruce, he should be able to withstand that pain because Bruce Wayne withstood a stabbing recently and no cartilage in his knee. So I would think Bane, with just 2 of those things off his face, should be able to withstand that enough to keep going against a broken man.
See what we brought you into, Brett?
Yeah, seriously, like...
They punched his spine back in. Come on.
I mean, when it comes to, like, the whole thing with the mask, I guess I just assumed that it was some sort of, like, aerosol thing, because you sort of see when he knocks out that little hose thing in his mask.
But wait, that's the thing. You shouldn't have to assume. It's a movie.
This movie is a lot of assumptions. Like, how did he get back after getting out of jail?
It's a lot of assumptions. It should be, this is what this is. This is a movie.
For a movie draped in realism, they have very unrealistic expectations of what the audience should be thinking, such as how did he get back to Gotham? And even when when police were willing to blow up a bridge to keep some kids from coming in, he's allowed to fly in some plane or boat
or however he got back.
That clearly has to be visible or at least heard in this silent city. So yeah, the movie, you're supposed to take a lot of things on blind faith, and we refuse to.
I mean, Christopher Nolan, he directed Inception too, didn't he? Right?
Yes.
Never saw it.
Really? Ah, damn. So I feel like I can't really talk about it. I don't want to ruin it. That was another really good movie, but again, it comes with a whole lot of assumptions.
Well, that movie though, that's not exactly as draped in realism though. That's it's about dreams.
It's all could just be a dream. That's what you can just say. It's a dream. Boom. That's why the room is tilting like this. Dream.
That's how they got there.
Dream.
But this is draped in, it could happen like in New York. This guy in this bat suit and all this other garbage. But you're just supposed to assume that a man that's completely moneyless, he's penniless, and he's basically in his underwear, walks however many miles to get into contact with some person that owes him a favor in whatever bump country he's into right now.
Because they don't explain where it is.
He could be in Aruba. He could be in
Brazil.
He could be in Nevada for all we know.
Well, they made some sort of thing about how he was that the original country that he was in when he went to go, I guess call it study with the League of Shadows in the first movie.
So it's clearly not in America. So he has to get into contact with people that will get him over there in a silent jet that can't be seen on radar or by the human eye. Drop him off at some undiscreet location.
No, drop him off on top of a building so he can put the giant flaming bat.
Thank you.
First things first.
No, because then he has no way to get down, so he has to go. He has no cans or anything at that point. He has to go get the devices from the Wayne Manor. Oh yeah, let me waste 4 hours setting up this bat that's gonna burn for 30 seconds while this bomb ticks down. Yeah, let's go do this part right here. It's a lot of assumptions. It's a lot of garbage.
So how are you feeling right now, Brett?
Sorry, what's up?
How are you feeling right now?
I feel like nothing I can say right now could probably change their opinion of Batman.
Oh no.
Oh, it's not gonna change. It's not gonna change the opinion. I would just like questions answered.
Yeah,
I feel like the only person who really can answer your questions is Christopher Nolan, because I'll give it to you that the movie does a lot of assumptions. Again, with the whole flaming Batman symbol thing. How he does it, I don't know. Why he does it, it's that whole fear aspect. Like, holy shit, Batman's back. We got to be on our guard.
Nobody said that though. Nobody.
That's always been Batman's thing. You're right.
Going impossible.
I would have been fine with that if they cut to some henchmen looking up with it with wide eyes or some fearful expression.
But Bane said he was dead.
It would have taken literally 8 seconds, and I would have been completely fine on the why.
Speaking of that. Bane had a bunch of henchmen around him when he was beating up Batman. Bane said, "You are Bruce Wayne, Batman." None of those henchmen said, "Bruce Wayne is Batman."
To the general public.
To anybody. They just kept their silence.
People like Gotham are stupid.
Yeah,
I remember. Actually, I remember one.
That Bane has a letter from Commissioner Gordon with no authentication. Just hey,
I have this letter.
I remember.
It was full of crap.
I remember one scene that I remember DA talked about in the last episode was when he kicks Bane through the door after he weakens him. The guy runs up.
He kicks Bane through the door, through the wall or whatever it was, and then some henchman runs towards him with a gun, runs up to his face with a gun. Instead of going bang, bang, I'm going to at least try to shoot you, he runs up to his face with a gun. What?
I mean, that's just typical henchman, like, stupidity. Like, if he was anything smart, he wouldn't be a henchman.
You have a gun! You have someone coming...
You have someone that is versed in the hand-to-hand combat. Like, versed in it.
I mean, again, what henchman from any comic, any movie, anything ever was ever smart enough to realize, why would I go up to this guy? He's obviously gonna
I'll tell you
fucking
one.
flip
I'll
me
tell you
over.
one. I'll tell you one. And it was in Batman. It was Batman the animated series. Batman was in a room. I think it was in Arkham or someplace like that. A henchman walks into the room. He sees Batman. He closes the door. Another henchman comes up and he says, "What's in there?" The first henchman says nothing and walks away. That is an actual scene. I can find it if you want.
All right, so one smart henchman in all of comic everywhere, ever.
I'm just saying that was ridiculous. With the giant police versus criminals thing, when they were running towards each other, everyone had guns.
But they're running
towards each other for fist fights
instead of standing back and just shooting each other. This is the problem with the Batman universe in general, though. Like, whenever it's Batman, people shoot at his feet, or they'll run right up to him with fully automatic weapons, or point him at the back of his head while he's hitting another henchman, waiting for him to turn around and grab it.
I was just about to say they attack one at a time.
Like, right as he's finishing with the other henchman, here I come on your side, gun right up to your head.
I'm gonna be the guy that kills the bat. Joker's gonna be so proud of me.
This literally happened in The Dark Knight Rises with the Catwoman and Batman fighting scene. People just literally ran up with guns.
That's the one thing I mentioned that too. What? Actually, I don't think I ever asked you guys, BG and D. What did you think of Anne Hathaway's performance?
You never asked. I said there was one scene I didn't like about.
Oh, the cat got your tongue.
She wasn't a Catwoman. She was just. It wasn't anything special.
If she was not named Catwoman, could you see her as Catwoman?
No, that's the thing. I had low expectations for her, and she exceeded mine. Like, she really had never
alone on that one. Like, I didn't expect much from Anne Hathaway either.
She, she's never played a role like that. Ever. All of her roles have been very, happy and
she's a good actress.
Princess Diaries.
Yeah, but she's really off for the Batman universe type character.
But she exceeded my expectations completely. I thought she did actually a very good job.
Anne Hathaway was fine. The Catwoman in the universe was not.
Okay, I see what you mean.
She really had three emotions. A sultry, flirty Catwoman, scared, what's going on? Why are you back in Gotham, Catwoman? And I'm finally softened up. I'm gonna quit my life of crime. Maybe not. Catwoman.
Maybe you're actually dead, Catwoman. I've got a point to make though, because this is something that Pro brought up with her being the world's greatest.
Yeah.
And her getting caught once, and Blake finds her in an airport. He does. And he makes no qualms about it. He's like, "You're Selena Kyle. Can you come with me for a second?" And she doesn't try to escape or anything. She just, whatever.
How did you know my secret?
So,
I just know things.
This is the woman that finds Batman.
Yep. Thank you.
Nope, that doesn't happen. This is the woman that's the world's greatest, and she's getting caught in an airport by some cop.
Well,
just label them airport security.
They check everything. Cavity search.
Well,
enough said.
I mean, if he could figure out Bruce Wayne's Batman, he could probably figure out who the fuck Selena Kyle is.
But where she is?
Where she is, I don't know.
She was at the airport, and he walked up literally like 6 seconds later.
What's up?
Like, so, like, what? How did he find her location? How did he detect this?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess you're right. The movie makes a lot of assumptions.
Because
You're
he's
right.
fucking Robin, that's how.
Yeah, it's fucking Robin.
I'll be here a week.
Kill yourself.
Nobody else will be.
The ending. The ending.
Oh, the ambiguous ending. What did you think about the ending? Do you think he's actually alive or what?
Do you think it's literal, or do you think it's Alfred's imagination?
Well, that's why I brought up the whole Inception thing. But I'd rather not talk about it if everyone here.
Don't worry about it. He's never going to see it.
I know the ending of Inception. Is it the top? Did it drop? Did it not drop? I don't care. It's one of those things that the ending is known, like Casablanca.
Well, this is my interpretation of the ending personally. I don't remember Alfred knowing who Selena Kyle was throughout the whole movie. I don't think he ever really like.
He knew her enough to hire her into the Wayne Manor.
Yeah, but he knew her as like, some random maid. He didn't know her as Selena Kyle as Catwoman. He knew her as maid number 6.
But that maid disappeared. So
Doesn't matter.
Still,
no,
like, my whole
I actually hold on.
And
I
Bruce
see what
was
he's saying.
talking to Alfred like, "Hey, that one blonde. I mean,
okay, but
brunette, she stole my shit."
Other than bringing Bruce Wayne his food that one time, how else does Alfred know?
Why is she special?
I would assume he personally oversees that.
Really?
No,
And
I'm gonna say.
because
I'm
he
gonna
trusted
say.
her
Hold on.
enough to bring him-
BG, you know that you're assuming something about this movie.
Oh shit!
No, I mean, to be honest, I have to agree with Brett on this. Like, just because he's right. Selena Kyle isn't somebody who is important to Alfred through this entire movie, and just the fact that she's there at the end doesn't make any actual sense.
Like in that sort of like Italian, I guess.
She shouldn't be there.
Right,
exactly. She shouldn't be important enough for him to imagine, to dream.
So that's why I assumed.
Oh yeah. It was them that looked up Selena Kyle's profile. Like, this is Selena Kyle. She is.
Yeah, when Bruce was looking it up, Alfred was with him.
So that's how he knows her.
No, but again, he knows her. But
he knows who Catwoman is.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, but why would he assume that all of a sudden Bruce Wayne would be with Selena Kyle? Like he could be with some rich girl or some really fucking hot ass Italian woman, but no, he has to be with Selena Kyle. Like the one girl he had a relationship with in this whole movie. Sort of.
Exactly. He imagined them together with the last woman he saw him with.
With the last one he had a connection with.
I feel like if it was a dream, he would have been like Rachel Dawes or something.
Yeah.
She's dead. That would clearly point out
it's a dream.
It's clearly in his mind.
It's in a dream. Anybody can come back.
If it was a dream, he would have imagined it with her, because then Bruce would have been happy with the woman he loved.
I'm not necessarily.
And then Commissioner Gordon could have just been like, it was Catwoman and Batman. They were kissing it before he blew up.
No, again,
Could have easily been that. It could have been anything. Assumptions.
The whole ending is by any part of the movie, the ending is definitely up to interpretation. You can say really whatever. I'm just saying that from there, I don't understand why Alfred would assume that Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne would have been together at the end of the movie, at the end of like everything that happened. Like I mean, just again, like he could have pictured her, Bruce, with any other like woman,
Talia / Miranda.
Yeah,
that wouldn't have been right.
So you think he's really alive?
What? I personally do. That's how I interpreted the end. Yeah.
I agree with
How
Brett.
did he escape the blast? How did he escape the blast?
Because he's fucking Batman.
Jesus.
I don't know.
To get on your nerves.
Oh no! Wait a minute! No! How he survived it? Because of the autopilot.
What?
The when what's his name? Fox was looking back at the
at the thing, he says who was the last person that logged in. It was Bruce Wayne.
Right.
That doesn't explain
how
how.
Talking about the autopilot.
Because the autopilot can fly it without anybody going. Batman can eject and the keep.
But they showed him with 3 seconds left in the cockpit.
You don't know that. Assumptions.
No. They showed him.
They showed him.
If they didn't show any kind of thing flying away, which you clearly would have seen, he would have had to do it a good 20 seconds before the blast to escape that huge radius of a blast. So you would have seen something flying away from that or dropping into the water or anything. Not just... Technically, he doesn't need autopilot for that. I mean...
Well, he could have just let it go, but 3 seconds!
Yeah, it wasn't long enough to escape it without seeing something. And he clearly... It's not remote controlled.
Well, what if he ejected into the water? It doesn't seem like that much of a job. He could probably make it from the plane to the water in less than a couple of seconds.
I'm pretty sure he could, but you would see something.
But that's the point. He didn't want to show it to you. Nolan didn't want you to not necessarily see Batman ejecting, which is the whole point of Alfred's dream or not at the end.
They showed him alive 6 seconds later. They
40
showed
seconds later.
Lucius Fox was like, "Oh, the autopilot. Somebody actually fixed it. It was Bruce Wayne. The pearls are missing. He's in Paris." They showed 3 things that showed him that he was alive, and yet it's just like, "Oh, they don't want you to think he's alive, but he's alive. But don't think he's alive."
Not to mention Blake getting the coordinates.
Coordinates. And
the reason
bat light being fixed.
The reason
bat signal.
Bat signal.
The reason I think he's alive too, because like at the beginning, well, it was like, you know how the whole thing. I mean, the whole establishing of the cafe scene. But Alfred was saying that when he was supposedly dead in Batman Begins, that's when he thought Bruce had finally escaped Gotham.
He didn't say the name of the cafe. He didn't say.
Well, no. I'm not talking about the cafe. I'm not talking about the cafe. I'm not talking about the cafe.
Oh.
I'm talking about the fact that pretty much the only real way for Bruce is like persona hit, like, because I mean he pretty much is Gotham. The Wayne family is Gotham. The only way for him to actually escape Gotham is for him to be presumed dead. That way he can just go on and live his life whatever he wants.
That doesn't help Gotham
at all.
But it's supposed to help Bruce Wayne.
That's the point. It's not supposed to help Gotham. He's trying to escape from it.
Bruce Wayne's whole point was to help Gotham.
To be honest, the end of the movie just ruins the entire
him
purpose
leaving
of Batman.
Gotham to the hands of this
whether he's alive or dead, it doesn't matter. It ruined the entire purpose of Batman.
Well, he ran away.
He left a legacy with
doesn't
Robin.
ruin the purpose.
This Blake guy is now all of a sudden going to become Robin and basically take over Batman's place. Again, another assumption.
He doesn't have ninja training.
No ninja training. No martial art.
He's a regular cop.
He doesn't even have the money.
But he hasn't even become Robin yet. You don't know. For all of a sudden, maybe like 5 years later, he becomes Robin. I don't know.
Okay, so in 5 years of being trained by Batman, then Batman secretly trained by Batman, then Batman can leave and have all these vacations.
But not immediately leaving him with no money, no training.
Just a bat cave and a suit and some gadgets that he does not know how to use.
And it's very limited.
Well, what's
he's got about 6 battle
Robin as anything else?
So,
I don't remember Batman ever training Robin. All of a sudden, Robin just became Robin. All of a sudden,
Batman. The thing is with Dick Grayson, when he took him in, he spent years training him before he actually let Robin anywhere near the field.
Robin had Dick
Dick
Grayson had natural athletic ability, being a gymnast.
He was a gymnast. But the thing is, Bruce spent a long amount of time drilling every bit of his knowledge into him that he could.
He didn't want another death on his hands,
especially after Jason Todd. Yep,
Jason Todd.
I don't know.
Bashed in with a crowbar.
I'm just making assumptions. You can say what you want, but like, I don't know. He has the bat computer and everything downstairs. You can probably sort of figure it out.
But the thing is, he doesn't have he doesn't know how to use it.
He doesn't have the money.
To run these kind of operations.
He doesn't have the ability.
He doesn't have anything. He doesn't
have the knowledge.
And this is who Bruce leads.
He has some tech and a suit. That's all he has. He doesn't have any understanding of any of it. He's basically just saying, "Here, you figure it out. I'm out of here."
So yeah, if he's dead, that fits Batman because he would die for Gotham and all these people.
Yeah, but he wouldn't
then leave some prodigy to try to move along, keep it going. But to just be like, you know what, I'm done with this. Here, you do it. I'm just gonna push all my gadgets and my secrets to you, and you do it. That's
Batman
not
wouldn't
bad.
do that. He wouldn't.
All right.
Like I said, it ruins the whole purpose of Batman. If he's dead, he's he really didn't really care about Gotham or anybody that much. He was just a selfish prick, and which is again not Batman.
No,
not
you
Bruce
can't
Wayne.
say that though, because technically,
No,
if
no,
everyone
think
thinks
about it.
he's
Think about it.
no,
'Cause
but if everyone thinks he's dead, he freaking died because he took the nuke and drove it into the ocean and
no, the
saved
thing is,
all
but here's the
God.
thing. Thing is that his back reasons, the whole foundation of his character was selfish. He's like, yeah, here, somebody's got to do it. Here, you try do it however you need to do it, and it's just like there's no backstory, there's nothing to collaborate the fact that there's any purpose for him to actually do this. Yeah, he's smart. All right, cool. There was no real in-depth interaction with him and this guy where he should feel like he's able to trust him enough to be the next Batman or whatever.
Done.
Or
So
the
but
next protector of Gotham.
At that point, when you see it's just left up to him, it's like it's just a dick move. It's just like it seems like he's just shoving it off on the next capable person. Like he's a fucking selfish prick.
He's not even capable. The next semi-capable. The next competent person.
It's just like it just comes across that okay, I'm just a selfish asshole. I want it done. I don't care how. That's not Bruce Wayne. It's not Batman.
I want to have a happy life.
That's not Bruce Wayne. That's not Batman.
So yeah, we think he's dead.
He has to be dead.
Or else he's either
I would-
dead or
I-
Batman
to be
is
honest,
dead.
I think he's alive, and I just think Nolan ruined that whole character of Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Well, I do think he's alive too. Like
I think he's
I'll
alive,
definitely
too.
say that.
But I mean, it's like he ruined everything. Nolan with this. It's like there's no point to anything at all. Like, and if he is dead, that's one thing. Yeah, he died for Gotham, but then he left Gotham with absolutely nothing. He basically created all this chaos and madness and this legendary, this myth, this Batman, and he left this Blake dude to deal with it. Seriously?
By
No.
the way, we never resolved how these criminals got put back, especially people like Scarecrow.
Yeah, he had his one scene. It was just like he's gone.
Yeah, that was actually a really cool cameo, though. I did enjoy that.
Yes, it was funny and good and clever and all that. But if you're gonna bring back one person, why not bring back Joker? Nope, nothing.
Because he's dead.
Well, because you can't.
Understandable, but
protect
even a mention, it could have been easily explained with one sentence. But a lot of things could have been explained with one sentence. So what am I talking about?
But you know what?
You just
I
kind
do
of
this a lot.
You kind of skew my points a lot here. I made good concise for there. Yeah, he smells.
You know what I think we can all agree on? Avengers is way better.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Agreed.
yeah, I'll definitely give you that. That fucking Avengers is awesome.
Anybody see it again last week?
No, unfortunately.
Actually, my one roommate had not seen it, so we actually went to the theaters and saw it. And I also found my sister.
Ooh. Ah.
It's in about a total of a second of screen time.
Oh yeah, I
Your
forgot she
sister
was
was
in
in the movie.
Yeah, she was an extra. You know the scene where Loki is stealing the dude's eye inside the little art gala?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She is in the interior shots of that.
that's so awesome.
She like pretty much when Loki grabs the guy and it shows a side angle from his right side of him like dragging him to the table. You
Yeah.
see my sister pass like in the background for like a half a second, and then he flips him on the table. And when it shows like the view from like pretty much looking onto Loki and then the people behind him, you see my sister again for another half second.
That's still pretty cool though.
Got real
Oh,
Shakespearean.
I'm just gonna throw this out.
Loki,
Hold on, hold on.
Actress now.
what are they doing?
Hold on.
Unhand that gentleman.
It'd be in German.
I'm gonna bring out something here because I was reading up on it. Speaking of the Avengers, the next Iron Man movie, we've gotten some more detail on what they're doing with the Extremis armor.
Oh, you lady.
Oh yeah, that looks so awesome.
So not only does it look awesome, it turns out what they're doing with it is they're with the whole Extremis deal. It's basically because the Extremis armor is numbered. It's labeled the mark like 47, I think, or 42 or something. So from an inside source, it says in the one part of the movie, Pepper Potts asks Tony, what happened with the other 38 models or whatever, and apparently Tony just smiles at her. So, and that's actually a pretty cool way to bring it in. But apparently, this new extremist armor, what its ability is really going to be that they're bringing in, is it's going to have the ability to have for Tony to mentally remote control every other Iron Man suit.
Yeah, so it'll be like 50 Iron Man suits or 45 Iron Man.
Well, the extremist storyline is when the armor gets bonded to his actual body.
Yes,
right?
but instead of it, but they're going the extra length here. Like, yeah, it's connected to him, but now it lets him psychically control 42, 47 different Iron Man suits at once.
All I want is to see the Hulkbuster. I just want to see the Hulkbuster.
Well, they have Pepper Potts armor.
Oh, it does. Yeah, she has an Iron Man suit, doesn't she? In the comics.
Yeah, she does.
But have an Avengers.
But I mean, the Iron Patriot is in this, so I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna work in the whole.
Patriot is in this?
Yep.
You saw the picture. You said you didn't like it?
No. I'm probably thinking of Norman Osborn.
Oh yeah, different person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's looking like it's sounding like it's gonna be very interesting. I personally would love to see like 40-something Iron Man suits just unleashing shit on somebody.
Have they said who the enemy is?
The Mandarin.
Oh, it's the Mandarin. Yes, it's the Mandarin.
It is?
Yep.
I thought it was Submariner.
Nope, it's
I
Mandarin.
hope they change his name because that's racist. Might as well just be the Chinaman.
Who was the last? Who was the last villain?
Whiplash. Snidely Whiplash and his dastardly dog.
Mickey Rourke, whatever the actor's name is.
I was looking forward to seeing Submariner, Namor. I don't even care.
You'll see him in Aquaman's movie.
Aquaman is DC.
Oh. Then
Derp.
Nice job.
Namor is a villain
no.
of Fantastic Four more than anything.
who is the Aquaman villain in? It's the something.
Something Fishman.
You're about to
Oh no! An oil spill.
Whales.
Whales.
I think Aquaman's
I think it's a black
enemy is the BP Oil Company.
Yeah.
Black Manta.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of that, I just only recently saw the new Man of Steel costume they're going with.
Oh,
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's better than the Nicolas Cage one they had.
True, but still, what
I
the
am not going to see this movie.
Oh, what's wrong?
I have not seen it, so one of you better link it to me after this episode's over. We're pretty much almost at an hour, so we'll be wrapping up in a sec.
I am not a fan of Christopher Nolan, and he is in with Superman, my favorite superhero.
Yeah, no, I'm going to copy to you right now, Mike. This is the new Superman, and it is disgusting.
Okay, let me look.
What the fuck? That is like the freaking dumbest thing I've ever
Bulge.
Okay.
The eyes go right where they're supposed to, ladies.
That's the title.
Oh, I mean, look at that. It's stupid.
I just realized if I click out of oops, hold up.
I can't even, like... The Justice League movie is gonna suck so
I
bad.
just realized if I click off of my audio recording software,
Whoa,
then
go up.
it stops recording, so I have just restarted the recording. Okay.
Oh, they have odd? Yeah, I might have to see this.
Way to go, Mike.
Oh, too
That's cool.
Wait, so did we miss that whole Superman outfit part?
Yeah, I mean it. I have a secondary recording going on in the background, so I'll probably just cut that in at that point. So this is called preparation, peoples.
Preparation
It's
A.
called bull crap.
The
That's
bulge.
We're making them all dark and crap, man. This is terrible.
I really hope that they don't go with that. Like,
Well,
that's
they're
just
also
awful.
they're giving the Green Arrow TV series the same treatment.
Well, no, that's based off of Smallville, though.
Yeah.
No, they're doing it different than Smallville.
No. Green Arrow was in Smallville, and it's the same Green Arrow character.
I read up on it. They even said it. The creators the directors of the show even said they're taking a Nolan stand on the Dark Arrow world with this.
Yes.
The Dark Arrow.
What?
You said Dark Arrow.
It might as well be the Dark Knight Arrow Rises. I mean, it's crap. They're taking all these superheroes, and they're just, oh God, doing this all wrong.
They're trying to make everything all dark and edgy like the Dark Knight, and it's kind of
It doesn't need it.
It's stupid.
Avengers proved that it doesn't need it.
It did.
Avengers was campy and.
Well, hold on. The thing is,
No, I wouldn't say
I'm
Avengers was
What I'm
campy.
laughing at right now when it comes to the Avengers is everyone keeps calling it now Iron Man 3.
Wow.
Avengers is Iron Man 3?
That's the public, the general public that I keep seeing, like in YouTube comments or forum conversations. People keep complaining that the Avengers is too Tony Stark, too Iron Man heavy.
Dude, the
That it's
Hulk
basic-
stole
that
the
it's
show.
basically Iron Man 3.
I think my
That's-
favorite scene from that movie is when Hulk punched Thor in the face.
Yep, but right now, one of the big complaints about the Avengers is the fact that everyone just says it's Iron Man 3.
Well, then people need to shut the fuck up.
I find
It's
that kind
more
of funny
Black Widow and Hawkeye than anybody, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
Apparently, people feel that Iron Man is too
Thor, not Thor, Loki is the main villain. How is it Iron Man heavy? Like the whole thing is like Thor.
I can't. I
Thor
don't-
trying to get
I
back
can't-
control over
I
his
can't
brother,
speak
so to
to these
speak.
people. I'm just relaying what I'm reading.
I
No,
would
I
say
hear what
people
you're
would
saying.
think like that because of Tony Stark probably had the most memorable dialogue
yeah.
And scenes.
Memorable.
It's
It's always been
It's-
Tony
yeah.
Stark's character. He's always been that kind of like witty ass.
But it wasn't Iron Man Central. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
And really, if anybody's the face or the leader of the Avengers, it's Stark. It'd be like saying that. Well, I guess X-Men was a Wolverine movie.
No. Which one? The first one?
Who cares? They all sucked.
No, 2 was great.
No,
What are you
it
talking
didn't.
about?
It was Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine before
No, 1 was good.
1.3 or whatever.
1 was good.
And they're making
2 was
another
great.
Wolverine movie. Ugh.
They're making it in Japan though, and they're doing it right.
They're making it R.
Well, isn't Hugh Jackman? He's like producing or directing it himself. That's what I saw, anyways.
He knows the character. He loves the character. He's gonna do something.
But he did that with.
a lot of
Origins.
studio hands in that though.
No, this is you can't Spider-Man 3 me on this one. I think this is him.
Oh god.
God. Okay, so we pretty much hit the hour mark, so I guess we shall wrap up here.
I can
So,
talk comics all
Brett,
day.
thank you for coming on. Actually, thanks. Just throwing it out there. How well versed in comics are you, Brett?
Decently, I guess. I mean, I haven't obviously read them in a long time, but
Okay.
I mean, it depends on which ones you. Most of my experience, especially with like Marvel and stuff like that, is mostly with like more recent movies. Unfortunately.
Okay, because we're probably actually gonna be having a comic episode, probably our next one. If
And DA will not be here.
I will heavily.
yeah, I'll make sure my roommates are available for that episode. They both have expressed interest in joining, so I'll definitely try to schedule around them.
Oh, Master Wayne.
Master Wayne and Bulges. I think that might be the title.
Oh my God! What are they doing with Superman? Oh my God! Even with Zod, I can't. I may not be able to make it to
It's
this
a great
movie.
movie. It'll be a great movie.
Be the Battle of the
You can't say
Bulges.
it'll be worse than Green Lantern.
I didn't. Okay, I'm just gonna bring that there. I didn't think it was that bad. It's not good
It's
in
not
any
as
regard.
bad as people say.
Speaking of not as bad as people say, BG saw Avatar. He agrees with me.
Airbender.
The Last Airbender. Terribly sorry. He agrees with me that it is not as bad as people say.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. Don't even start with that.
No, it's
Avatar.
not.
It is a complete kick in the balls to the fandom. But as a movie, the visuals are good. The dialogue is just terrible.
The kid knows what he's doing.
Aang was good. Sokka was bad.
Sokka
Katara
was
was
terrible.
Zuko
he's not-
was good.
Zuko was really good.
Apart from his eyes, Zuko was good.
Like his name's Sokka in the movie. They didn't even get his name right.
Ong.
Like I said, it was a complete kick in the balls to the fandom pronunciation-wise and certain things, but
it is not. People say that it's horrible. It's the worst thing ever. It's not as bad as people say. And I will
It is that bad. It is that bad.
Firebending.
No, it's not.
it's not good.
They completely shit on the whole way everybody bends.
Mainly firebending. Oh, I'm gonna summon my chi and I'm gonna make fire. No, that's not how they.
You
did
have
it.
no right to talk.
I have no right to
You
talk.
like Dark Knight.
God, you're not gonna relate Dark Knight to the last Avatar. Come on.
Stop it. We're gonna stop that.
You can't
How
even-
do they bend anyway? For all we know, it could be chi. They never explain it in the.
No, but the thing, no, not even that. The thing is, it's like they had to like take the fire from somewhere else in order to fucking bend.
Yeah, exactly.
Same. It's like the only people who need to do that were the water and the earthbenders. The airbenders could basically, pull in the air and use it, and the firebenders just used like the internal fire as what's his name, as Iroh called it.
Everybody but the fire needed,
Yeah, but that's the thing.
I can see the reason for them doing that
It's
to like
stupid.
build the drop. I can see the reason.
But it completely made them like have to change.
I mean, when you have
whole
a
fight
source,
scenes.
when you have a source material that is completed and pretty much shows the canon, shows what it should be, and you completely shit on that canon by changing the fighting styles. And to me, too,
I didn't say it's a perfect movie.
Well,
we
not
are
even a
sitting
good
here
movie.
admitting that to the problem.
Well,
You're
not even
saying
a good
problems that we know.
it's a garbage.
We know
movie.
these things.
Thing
We're
is,
saying-
they didn't have to be too creative. They could have just done a little twists and turns here and there, but they just squatted over the whole script and took a shit and read off of it. That's all that happened.
I even would have been okay with just like a live action Avatar movie. Like they didn't have to change anything.
We're still talking.
Some of this Dark Knight Rises hatred. We're off of that, kid.
We're never off.
I wasn't talking about the Dark Knight.
No,
Rises.
DA was.
Like,
the big there's a few little things with that movie. I'm just gonna get through this brief because we're going a little over than what we usually do. But
Whatever you're gonna say is known. I've seen the movie. I'm not in love with it. I know there's problems. I would give it about a 5 or a 6, but people are giving it 1s and 2s and 0s.
I give it 2.
I give it a 2 as well.
I don't
No.
see that.
No. You might as well just end it now because I already know what you're gonna say. Oh, they changed the names. They did this. They did this. Yes, we all know they did. It's nothing new. I'm not gonna change whatever you say. I'm not gonna change it. I've seen the movie. I know the force.
The visuals itself should give it a 3, because all the bending looked great.
Except for that one earthbending scene.
The martial arts of everything looked sketchy as shit.
I was about to say they over exemplified on the martial art.
Yeah,
You had to do
sketchy
5
as shit.
movements. Like
I thought
Aang
it
had to
looked
do
more like
5
they were
movements.
dancing.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Aang had to do 5 movements to make a little puff of air. When in the actual cartoon, it may be like a twirl the wrist.
He swings his hand and it's a freaking typhoon.
Yeah.
Seen it.
We know the source. We know everything that comes from it. This isn't like Dragon Ball Evolution, okay?
Oh,
That's a movie
I
that
don't think
Yes,
we should
they
get into
changed
that if you're already
everything.
going over your time.
The last Airbender changed 1 or 2 things.
I will say something though. Dragon Ball Evolution had better airbending than the last Airbender.
yes. Yes.
End it there.
Yes.
End it there.
But I mean, hold on. Quick thing about the Avatar. The one thing movie-wise that's going to like redeem like the whole movie franchise for the Avatar is going to be the Korra movie.
They're making a
They're
Korra movie?
doing a Korra movie?
Feature-length animated Korra movie.
Oh, animated.
It's not animation.
Yep.
No.
They're in talks for a My Little Pony movie.
Shut up.
And we're ending it there. So, all right. So next
Last
week, hopefully,
Airbender
we will have a comic book episode.
Oh boy.
But
Sans DA.
This is coming from a non-Avatar fan. The movie was not as bad as people think.
Not as bad.
Kill yourself.
yes. All right.
Oh,
so
hold on, Brett, hold on. We're gonna extend it right here. Hey, Brett.
Brett.
What?
Okay, quick thing. How do you feel knowing that BG doesn't like Assassin's Creed? With everything he did said about the Dark Knight.
Stop right
How do
there.
you feel now?
Stop right there.
I mean, I could start getting into Assassin's Creed if you really wanted to, because the whole game is just so freaking good, like from start to finish.
Stop right there, okay?
I really think you should.
I don't dislike Creed. The two series, the two spinoffs were not worth the time and money, is what I'm saying with Creed. So as a whole, the series has one really good game out of 4 games.
Oh,
That does not equal a great series to me.
hey Brett, 1 game good out of 4. You agree with that one?
Nope, not even close. No.
1 was great, 1 was okay to good, and 2 were useless.
I'll admit that the last game that came out was kind of
Revelations.
weird. Yeah, it was kind of weird with the whole like him being stuck in the Animus and like going through that. That was really weird concept. I didn't really understand it.
But to
if you
say
talk-
that one was great because it was original.
1 was not great.
2 was like amazing.
2 was great. 1 was okay to good.
I think
Good
the
at
first
best.
2 were amazing.
I can't agree with just saying.
I
It's
gotta
good.
say the first 2 are probably the best out of the whole series.
Brotherhood and Revelations were useless. They could have been story DLC. They could have been broken up into $10 increments of 3 each instead of $60 purchases.
I enjoyed the shit out of Brotherhood.
Mhm.
Revelations, I stand on a median between saying it was okay.
I agree with Ralph. I don't think Revelations was that great.
It was okay.
It was
It
okay.
wasn't bad, but it was okay. It was a good way to show his ending. They ended Ezio with a good plot ending. They
But
kept
that
it-
was the only redeeming factor of the game, kind of.
I
Like,
think
the
we need
fact
to
that you
stop
actually
this.
gave
This will
Ezio-
go on another hour if I let this continue.
That's why I said, like, you know, if you really want to get into this right now, but you know,
I'd say
I
we
wanna-
should
I
we
wanna
should,
back
Brett,
up
we
for the
should
Creed
bring you
argument.
back on after like a week after Creed 3 comes out.
That's Yomicon. That's a week after Yomicon, bro.
Oh, okay. So like maybe 2 or 3 weeks after. Once
Yeah.
we've gotten our fill of the game, BG has his opinions, and we can
'Cause
discuss the
face it,
series
that
as a
weekend
whole.
at Yomicon,
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
won't
have-
be in that one either.
I'm gonna have very little playtime of Creed that weekend.
Well, of course. Well, all of us. Well, besides Brett, but me and you won't at all.
And I mean, you'll be playing it at all.
Raymond, that
I have plenty of
sucks.
Creed
You
time.
All right, so
Creed playtime.
we will end it here.
Yell at them and Raymond.
Next week, hopefully, a comic book episode.
And the week after that, we're gonna start revving up for Yomicon.
Oh yeah, most definitely. God, it's that close.
It
Okay.
is that close.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
so fucking happy.
I know. All right. So thanks for tuning in again this week, everybody. We will see you next week. Laters.
Laters.